It's going to sound a little crazy, but come here. Come here. I want to tell you something. Come here. I am one of the original YouTubers. Yes, I know that sounds crazy. No, get away. Get back. Get out of here. Okay? I know it's going to sound a little ridiculous, but it's true, and you're just going to have to follow me on this one. I've been making videos for a very long time. This might be the second video or third. I don't know which one I'm going to release on this channel, but I've been making videos for quite some time, and I've been failing quite miserably at it for a very long time. And today, I want to take you down a trip through memory lane. We're going to go through some of the highlights of my favorite videos, and I'm going to show you some of my pieces of cinematography that I'm truly proud of. It's going to be pretty fun, and honestly, if this video does not get either demonetized or age restricted or both, it's going to be a miracle. I'm really going to do my best, but I don't know how it could possibly not get age restricted or monetized. So I'm going to do my best. There's a lot of things that I have put out on my early channels that I'm going to have to, we'll get through it together. Okay? Don't you worry. It's going to be fine. But I'm going to take you through some of my favorite clips and show you some of the videos I've made over the years, and we're just going to have fun with it. It's just going to be a good time, okay? So, without further ado, let's get right into it. This is the very first video that I uploaded to YouTube, and the date on this one, September 4th, 2006. Okay, 2006, September 4th. This video is almost 19 years old, right? That means there's people in the military right now that were born after I posted this video to YouTube, right? That's kind of crazy to think about. It's wild. So this is my very first video that I ever posted to YouTube. Here, I'll put me down here, move down here a little bit. This was, I don't know why I did this, but it was just some like Mission Impossible video I made. We first got the ability to like mix audio and video together, and I downloaded the Mission Impossible theme song from LimeWire or something probably. The object that I'm wearing around my body as a necklace, I was just walking home from school one day, and there was this chrome spinner hubcap on the side of the road. So obviously I was like, yeah, I need to have that, right? So I picked it up for some reason. I brought it home, and I bought this bike lock, and I put this spinner hubcap on a bike lock. Yeah, and I did this in like 2005 and 2006. So, I did this well before it was cool. Okay, really a trendsetter. So, let's see, crank the volume down a little bit, but check this out. Okay, look at these cinematic moves. Okay, it's very cold out. Grew up in Maine, so yeah, it's snowing, but it's not bothering me. Look at this. This is cinematography. Okay, so this is my very first video that I put on YouTube. Not my very first video that I made ever. The very first video that I made ever, I was probably 11. So it would have been like 5 years before this. I basically made this little firecracker thing by taking, I took some sparklers and took them apart and poured the powder into this little film canister, and then I used rocket igniters and sent like the wire leads out to the little thing that you use to launch a rocket. And then I put that little charge inside of a model boat, and I pushed this model boat out onto a pond, and I filmed myself. I filmed the boat blowing up in the water. So I was like 11 or so. Just normal kid stuff. So this was my first video, nothing obviously not good. This was, again, a very, very old one. Let's see, 2006. This was me doing this skateboard move that really nobody knew what to call it. So I called it the Frank flip. It's kind of this weird hard flip Casper variation, but It got 220,000 views and is mostly just people arguing in the comments. It was great. And if this video quality looks like trash, it's because it is, right? So in 2006, we didn't really have the ability like we have right now just to film something on a camera or film something on a smartphone and just like send it to a computer and put it online. This was filmed on a video recorder that used these high 8 tapes. They're like tapes. They're like smaller than a VHS tape. You film it on these little tapes, and then I had the leads, like the video audio leads going from the camera to our TV. And this is when TVs were still square, 4x3. And my mom had just bought this digital camera. It was like, then it was wild. It was like a, 1 megapixel digital camera, and it was blowing everyone's minds how good it was. You could record digital video. It was crazy. So I'm recording the TV with the digital camera in my living room while I'm like playing. I'm sending, it got the video camera hooked up to the VCR, playing through the TV, filming the TV with the digital camera, and then uploading onto YouTube. So video quality is not great. Many steps were involved, but like I said, it's 2006. Did what we can. This is a little clip of me. This has a Eric Clapton song behind it, so I don't want to play it. But, in the beginning, did a lot of skateboarding, right? Did a lot of... Oh, yeah, look at that. That's nice. Check this out. Yeah. Did a lot of skateboarding and lots of skate videos, things like that. Just kind of filming random things. I made some goofball music videos. This was 17 years ago, so let's see. 2008. June 1, 2008 was when I uploaded this one. I don't know why, but I just kind of always been passionate about making videos. Sorry, that was my dog. Roz, are you okay? Come here. You guys gotta see my dog real quick. Number one good boy, except when you're coughing down under the table. Be gone, thought. So I've always been kind of passionate about making videos. I took like a filmmaking class in high school and really enjoyed it. But like I said, I was making videos well before then. I was like, I remember really early, one of the first things I filmed was I like spent all this time making this model car, and I put like these little Lego people inside of it. And this is like one of the model kits that you have to like cut out all the plastic parts and like paint everything. And then I put these Lego men inside of it, and then I set the car on fire, and like I just filmed the car burning with the Lego men inside of it. So I was like, it's pretty funny. Good stuff. This is, I don't know. Again, this is one of those videos that I don't know how it's still on YouTube, but here, let's crank this jam real quick. See what we got going on here. Okay. Yeah, no audio, but we're just lighting a little firecracker, just a little, just a little firecracker in the backyard. Just had this stuff right on YouTube. This was 16 years ago, so this was also 2008. Yeah, we used to do stuff like that all the time. We would go and grab stuff from the dump and bring it back home and make one of those big firecrackers and put that in there and do all sorts of stuff. This is a very funny video. This was a very early one that I had made, and the title of this video is 1,000 horsepower Honda Accord, right? So this is my first car. This is a 98 Honda Accord, I think. And this car is obviously not 1,000 horsepower. Like, it was stock. And me and the boys, the reason I can't play the sound, this one has a copyrighted song as well. So me and the boys made this cardboard body kit, right? And like, it's ridiculous, right? You got this wing and the grill and the side skirts and everything. And so, we goofed around, and I just like, I don't know, I got the idea that we were just going to make a cardboard body kit on my Accord and just send it. So I made this video, and in the video I said it was 1,000 horsepower, and this is again 72,000 views. This was 16 years ago as well, so I guess 2008. And the comments are all just people arguing, that's not 1,000 horsepower. Like, dude, bro, duh, right? But 16-year-old me, right? No, 18-year-old, 17, 18-year-old me is just like trolling people in the comments, dude. I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, it's 1,000 horsepower. Like, it's obviously not, right? So, and people are like, well, if it's 1,000 horsepower, then post a video of the car on the dyno. So then I would be like, well, I tried filming the car on the dyno, but it makes so much power that it broke the camera. And, I'm just like being an idiot, right? I'm just trolling people. And I don't know why people just love to take the bait. So I've been trolling for quite some time. And so then in this era, kind of moved from a, kind of filming goofy stuff to kind of into like a car era, and started making a little more car videos. I did a couple videos of this series called what Mainers Do for Fun, snow drifting. And, we basically drifted around the snow in cars, and it's what you do in Maine. And so this is me hanging on the back of my buddy's car while he's, we're like ripping around in the Walmart parking lot late at night. There's nobody around, so we're just chilling. But he's got this Mark III Supra that was all worked on, and it was pretty fun. So it just like wild antics stuff, right? So this is 16 years ago. Again, and that's 2009. Right, so we're starting to move a couple years forward, and again, this is not all my videos. This is just bits and pieces. I'm showing you like my favorite parts. We're going down memory lane and checking out the things I really enjoy. Let's see, what do we got next in the queue? I literally cannot even read you the title of this video, because if I read the title out loud, I will get banned from YouTube. Okay, why are we not working? Let me try refreshing that. Okay. Yeah, I literally cannot even read the title of this video because it will get me banned, but it has something to do with how to make homemade things, right? I think you can pick up what I'm putting down, but just kind of show some. This is just some instructional content of how to make things. No things in particular. This was pretty sweet. I made this PVC cannon. Oh man, those little amp shots were legit. So that's me, right? This is 15 years ago. So 20-year-old me, I guess. Yeah, 2010. Made this PVC pipe cannon, and we used to just like, crank anything out of that cannon. We would put some gunpowder in there and put like batteries or those little amp energy shots and just fire those puppies off. And one time, me and it was like a very cold day, right? It's Maine in the winter, and so just like a random Saturday in Maine, what do you do in the winter? It's like, dude, you want to come over and we'll shoot stuff out of the cannon, right? So we're just going to shoot stuff out of the cannon. So my buddy comes over, and we're in the backyard, like right here. So let me just pause it right here. So you can see the cannon firing off right here. Just imagine me and him are standing to the left and to the right. All right, and so this is like 2 months later, when there's like a lot of snow on the ground. It's very, very cold, okay? And the PVC, I guess, was a little more brittle. And I packed in a little extra gunpowder than I normally used, because we kind of experimented with different quantities. And then I put in I don't remember what I put in there for a projectile, but it was like fitting kind of tight down in the barrel. So it was like a little extra gunpowder and a little extra tight in the barrel. And we were both standing right next to it. And I think that with the mixture of the cold air just being super brittle, that thing just like detonated right next to us. It was so funny. Luckily nobody got hurt. So funny. So funny. This is a couple old skateboarding clips from about 2010. Did a sweet this kickflip off of this thing. Took me so long. Many tries. Kickflipping off that. Did a little maneuver here. I think that's pretty much all the good ones from this clip. But again, this is 2010 skate clips. Oh, I'm so glad we got here. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. This is I gotta move me so you can see this. This is a metal music video that I had made, and I really put I was starting to really explore my cinematography skills. Okay, so this is 2009. Okay, so 19. I've been making a lot of videos. I don't even know. I probably made 100 or more videos at this point of just like random things. And check this out. Working with, I gotta turn that volume down. Working with pyrotechnics. I'm blowing up snowmen's heads with little charges that I'm making. And we're just having so much fun with it. And this video didn't even get 1,000 views. I really thought this would get more, but I basically made just all these like grotesque snowmen and murdered them. It was pretty wild. Let's see, the best part is right here. Hold on, let me get to it. You see all sorts of wildness going on. This part right here, okay, I put a lot of thought into this, and I'm going to show you the clip first, and then we're going to back up, and I'm going to break it down step by step as to what happened, okay? Snowman's choking out my boy. I bust a cap, right? And then kind of break his head open a little bit. Boom, get in there, eat the brains. Okay, so what happened here is I had taken a water balloon and put red food dye in it, and then I was so proud of this. I took a red food dye, put it in the water balloon, and then I had built the snowman's head around the water balloon. So when I come up and shoot it with this BB gun, it pops the water balloon and the red water gets all inside of the snowman. And then that's, me like breaking open the snowman's head and eating his brains, right? So this is like, I'm basically Michael Bay, pretty much, essentially. I'm the same as Michael Bay, is what I'm saying. So that's 2009. This is another, see what happened in this one. Okay. I don't know if I can play the volume on this one. Nope. That's another copyrighted song. Oh, and this video is age restricted. Okay, so I don't know exactly what in it is age restricted, but it could be that. I don't know. Hopefully not. We got wild with it. Okay. We just, we had a good time. I remember being pretty young. I always wanted to have my own show on like MTV or something like that. I just felt like we could make it entertaining. So this is, again, still 2009, back in the day, doing wild stuff. Oh, this is this crazy lawnmower. Okay, check this out. I gotta turn that down too, because I think that's Nirvana. Back in the day, you used to just download a song off LimeWire and you just put that puppy behind your YouTube video. This was like before everything kind of got crazy with the copyright laws and all that. But you used to just download a song and go ham. So what exactly is going on here? Here, let me pause it and try to get. Okay, so my neighbor across the street was like an older gentleman, great guy, and this is it doesn't look that in that good of shape right now, but this is like an older Craftsman lawnmower, like I don't know, maybe an 80s like era riding lawnmower. And this gentleman across the street from my mother's house, he had this lawnmower for years, like probably 2 decades, and just took meticulous care of this wonderful old lawnmower. Okay, so one day he finally upgrades. He gets the new model Craftsman, right? He's got like a nice rider, and he puts this old lawnmower out by the side of the road with a free sign on it. So it's just a free riding lawnmower. So obviously, me and the boys, we go over there, and then we got that thing ripping. We take the lawnmower. The first thing I do, I pull the deck off of it, like the mower deck, and then we go and buy some pulleys, and I swap the pulleys and like weld on a smaller one onto the wheel drive, so that, basically swap them so that it rides really, really fast now. Okay, there's like, it like gear shifts and everything, and so then we spent the afternoon, once I swapped the pulleys on it, we spent the afternoon driving around, bombing everywhere, taking it off jumps. And this is perfectly like 20-year-old lawnmower, we broke it in an afternoon. Like, I feel like a dickhead saying that, but yeah, we broke it in an afternoon. Yeah, so that was 14 years ago. Let's see, what year is that? 2010. Man, that was a fun day. Okay, so then fast forward a few years. I don't really touch YouTube for a little while, okay? Joined the military, and then just not really having the time for it. And then eventually I get back into it, and I'm making some YouTube videos with this game called Destiny. All right, Destiny 1 had just come out, and I'm kind of doing some montage content and, having fun with that. Getting back to making videos, always trying to like make videos about something, whatever I'm into in that point in time. So like I do like gaming videos, like montages for a little bit. Because I used to be pretty hardcore into Halo 2, like high school, right? Like, and the no-scope montages on YouTube went hard back in the day. So, and then kind of fast forward a little bit more, getting to 2017, I was even trying to do like a little bit of the fitness thing back then. I was always kind of passionate about fitness, and I did like a video about how to make a healthy meal, like on the easy, basically how to make healthy eating for slackers, something like that. So yeah, now that I got my vegetables out, now I'm pretty much just waiting on my rice to finish up in the microwave so I can heat up my chicken. Look at that, right? So, I was just trying to do my thing, trying to be helpful, trying to see if I could help somebody. I was fit-ish, right? I'm still pretty new in the military. Let's see. 2017, joined in 13. So at this point I had been in for about 5 years. I joined in 2012. Yeah, so I've been in for about 5 years. And I do, this is from like a night vision goggle training video I made. This was also 2017. But in this time I kind of tried to went back to cars, and I was building this Mustang that you can see in the back, and I had made a series of videos, kind of working on this Mustang and doing random things in the garage. And I had this character, essentially this kind of like fun character that I was playing that was kind of like a hillbilly hick type thing, and I would kind of teach people how to do things. And it didn't always work out like this. I was welding the differential, and I was like, yeah, you don't need to drain the oil out of this thing. It'll be fine. So there's me. There's me catching something on fire in the garage. And at this house, I was at this house for 5 years, and I think I went through at least one fire extinguisher a year, which was like kind of alarming because I had never used a fire extinguisher before or after living at this house. And I regularly, it was once a year, I was using a fire extinguisher for something. So yeah, I tried to get back into the YouTube in here. This channel ended up never, I think when I was making these videos, nothing really took off. This video had like 100 views. I did a lot of other stuff I did a few other things in this video. It's basically just teaching you how to weld a differential. And it did work, right? So this differential ended up holding, and I ended up swapping, an LS into this car. So it held 5.3 power. So I did it right. It just, it caught on fire in the process. It is what it is. It's not really a big deal. But I had fun. I definitely had fun making those garage videos. And again, this is me playing that character.
You're just gonna grinder.
I made this video about how to.
Get it there in the keys.
Yep, you got it.
And,
You got to fix it with the grinder. So I made this goofy video. I'm kind of playing this character, trying to have fun with it. I'll turn that down. That's a little. Teaching you how to refurbish a laptop. We're going through and cleaning the screen, teaching you how to get the hard drive out of there.
that thing off.
This is very nostalgic for me. This is a very good time. But yeah, so this was like one of my favorite YouTube projects that I got into. I'd say this, I didn't get too serious with this series. I maybe got,
Oh, I missed.
I don't know, maybe got like 10, I don't know, 15, 20 videos, but
Go back on some glue.
never cracked 1,000 subscribers on this one. Watch out, I'm about to fix this little piece of metal. Shoot, it's I don't know if I might be the only one laughing, but it's very funny to me. So yeah, like I said, I never, back in this area, none of the videos I did took off at all. I don't think I even cracked 1,000 views on pretty much anything that I was doing. This video, this was like kind of the video that like really hurt me in the soul, to be honest, because I spent so much time planning for this video that I was so confident that this video was going to launch me into the stratosphere. I was like, as soon as I posted, I just kept refreshing the screen. I was like, bro, this is the one. This video is about to pop off. But basically, I'm playing.
Engine is a 482.
I'm playing my character again.
Here we have a custom Phil Halls blower, dual chain, quad triple,
I
dynamic spin
tell 'em.
thruster washer,
That's right.
bearing pulley,
Thing.
atomizer.
Thingy.
Got
Yeah. So basically what I got, this is a Mo mod, right? This was back when I was real into watching Street Outlaws. So if you ever seen the show Street Outlaws, it's about like drag racing and stuff. And like the main guy in the show has got this car called the Crow mod, which is like this old Firebird. So I had the Mo mod, right? And I did, I was basically saying it was 1,000 horsepower lawnmower, right? So we're back to the 1,000 horsepower things, just kind of saying everything is 1,000 horsepower. And, so I'm about to do a hard pull in the street, show everybody my souped up lawnmower, and get this thing going for a rip. And it was so much funnier. Oh no, here we go. Shut up. I'm about to let it rip. Got to get in the sauce. We're getting saucy. Yeah. So yeah, that was yeah, this video, let's see. This one was 8 years ago. Yeah, so this was 2016. Like I said, I genuinely thought when I made this one, it was so funny to me. It was like it was like a masterpiece to me. I really thought this was one I was like, bro, this video is just about to go so hard in the paint. And it just, it didn't, and that's fine. I made some more. Like I said, this was another video from that same. Oh, no, we cannot have that. When that same garage series, I'd bought this ninja sword so that I could make a hydraulic handbrake, and I ended up making the hydraulic handbrake like an e-brake, right? And so the handle of the e-brake was this sword, and I got it to work, and it was, it worked great. But when I first got the sword, I was like, yeah, we got to test this puppy out and do some fruit ninja in the backyard, cutting everything. So that's what we had. We're goofing around. We're doing some goofing. Then kind of stopped making those, kind of stopped the car series because, it just wasn't doing what I wanted to. I had other things coming up in life. Took a few years off of kind of making videos again. Right, so we're fast forwarding in time. This was 4 years ago. So that same car that I was building in the series from 4 years prior to this video being taken, the car is finally finished, right? So, and this was actually the first time. This was actually the first time that we took the car out. And this car is it's a hunk of crap, right? You can see the inside. Listen. First off, we need to pause this. I don't know if you can see this, but this is flip-flops. This is me just flip-flopping it up. There's no sound deadening in this car. It has solid engine mounts, no mufflers, no catalytic converters. It just straight exits out the side. It's so loud. It was just like a NASCAR loud. And just doing Florida man activities, riding with the flip-flops. And to be honest, I spent 5-6 years building this car, and then I drove it, got it registered. I drove it on the street 6 times, and then I sold it. It was I had it registered. I had finished it, and a month later I sold it. It was really just kind of all about the build. But so this was 4 years ago, and then kind of getting into a different, again, transferring, ascending, maybe not ascending, probably the opposite of ascending, descending into another era. It's kind of in I'd got back into, well, not really got back into, started getting into guitar, right? So I had made, started making some guitar videos, and just kind of goofing around. Again, I've always been trying to make videos of things that I like, and whatever I have going on at the time. Making videos has always been, a big part of I just like to do it. And the other thing you can see is that the quality is finally improving, especially compared to those first, those first couple. Those first couple were rough. Let's see. Okay, and then I only made 3 or so guitar videos. I didn't really do many of those. And then I had become a real estate agent, and then portion right here blank. I was later on down the road, if I was making these videos that actually were the best performing videos I had, that were just really boring, with me going through these contracts and explaining how to fill out the contracts. So it was right. It's I hated making them. but but it is what it is. I made them because I liked. I don't know why I did it. I just did. But these videos did the best, and I think, man, that really just like, it was so annoying that like the videos that were like so boring were the best making ones. But I was like, look, I'm not about to have a channel where all I do is make contracts, is like fill out contracts for videos. So this was 2 years ago. So now we're getting closer to the current age. And we are breaking into a new era. Okay, let's see if we're there yet. No, this is still real estate stuff. This is a video that I made.
The difference between a dirty house
Jeez.
and a very, very
Look
clean
at the
house easily.
beard, brother. Look at the beard, brother. Needs some trimmage. But again, I made this video about like, I think it's sell your house for more. It is basically an instructional video on if you're getting ready to sell your house. I go through all the things that you should do to prep your house, like the things that cost the least, that are going to give you the most amount of return when you go to sell your house. Again, it's like really boring stuff, and a lot of it is stuff that a lot of people don't think about, but it was stuff that I was encountering regularly, and I was like hoping that somebody would see it and it would help them. And, somebody gets some knowledge from the video, and it even makes them, gets them some cash, helps them sell their house for a little more. And then, oh man, then we're getting into, this is a whole new project right here, okay? And I don't know if you've ever heard of a little something called Turo. But I did Turo very early in 2023. Okay, so I kind of explained it in the video, but this is this is so stupid. This is like this is one of the stupidest things that I've ever done in my entire life. This was so dumb. Okay, so right now in this video, I'm at the dealership. I was purchasing this 4Runner that's behind me. I had just, while I'm doing the paperwork for this 4Runner, I bought a car on Carvana. Let's scroll, let me show you. Here, let's watch the first 5 seconds of the video. I'll show you. This is what happened.
I wanted to start a Turo business, so I went.
Geez, they're going to bust me for that music too, probably.
4Runner.
I went and bought a 4Runner, and I bought that. I bought that on Carvana while I was doing the paperwork for the 4Runner. So I had again, this is so stupid. 2 cars. I bought 2 cars in 2 hours. I had never even put a car on Turo. Turo's like a car sharing rental car platform. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go balls deep into Turo by buying 2 cars. Bro. Yeah, that was dumb. So yeah. Bought that and a 4Runner in the same day. And so like while I was doing Turo, while I was doing all the Turo stuff and like renting out the cars and like, cleaning them and swapping out, I was like, I'm gonna document the journey. And so I made 100 days. I wanted to make 100 videos. So I did Turo, and I made 100 videos in 100 days documenting the Turo thing. And that actually did okay. I had like a cool little community, and I had gotten, 2,300 subscribers. I got monetized like within a month. So it was like maybe a month and a half. I think it was like a month and a half. I got monetized. I got all the watch hours you need, and I got 1,000 subs, like in the first like month and a half. And so it was very cool, right? Because I had never been monetized before, and so it was very exciting. And I ended up, right, the Turo was like the amount of time and money that I was putting, mostly it was the time, the amount of time you have to put in, and I was getting very like minimal margins, minimal like profit margins, where it wasn't worth it. And so I was like, brother, I was so deep in like the entrepreneur gang, drop shipping, right? Like I was a real estate agent, Turo, drop shipper. Brother, let me tell you, that was a rough year, right? So, but anyways, and YouTuber. I was a fully self-employed real estate agent, Turo, drop shipper, YouTuber. Right? So it was a wild time. I ended up stopping that. Like I said, the margins were too small. I didn't like the business. It just really wasn't worth it. And so I was like, yeah, I'm done. So I sold the cars and I just wanted to get out of it. So I sold the cars and I put so much time and everything into all those videos because like I said, it was 100 videos in 100 days. So it was like a lot of long days. And I guess I didn't want to feel like I was still promoting. I didn't want to leave the videos up because I was worried that somebody else would do what I did, which I thought was like very stupid and irresponsible. And so I didn't want to appear like I was promoting it still because I was done. Like I was out of Turo and I was like, I'm over this. Like this is crap. So I didn't want to personally be out but still leave all my videos up, even though I was getting it was like a couple $100 a month that I was getting from the videos. So I could have just kept making videos and probably made more with less effort than I was actually making from Turo. But I just didn't want to do that. So I just stopped. I stopped, unlisted all the videos, and I was just like, yeah, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with all that. So that was the Turo thing. And then, see, this is another Turo video. I was doing it. I went, like I said, I went all in. I had made some videos about like how to clean the cars, with all these different products, right? And, I had like the links to all the products. Look at that, bro, the beard. Man, brother, you need to trim that thing. I had all the links to all the products in the description. It was, it was crazy. I went hard in the paint. Let me see what we can see here. Oh, you're going to turn the volume up for this one. This is good stuff. Ooh, that's nice. That's a nice sound right there. Oh, yeah. So that was a good time. And then this was like kind of like the MoMod video in the other. Stop that. What is that? Stop. Kind of like the MoMod video in the previous garage car building series. This one was another video where I was like, yeah, bro, this video, this is about to pop off. And it was like my worst performing video out of all of them. I had written out this story that I wanted to tell throughout the video about it's basically about hardworking parents and how do you find the balance between like working hard and wanting to provide a better life for your family and actually like being present for your family, and like how do you find the middle area of that. And if there's any like parents, especially I was a new parent at this time, well, I'm still kind of a new parent, but I was more new here. This is just about 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. It's a very hard balance to find. So anyways, I had this whole kind of like story I wanted to tell like blog style, think Casey Neistat type video. And like while I'm telling hustle shaming, yeah.
So that eventually I can
While
be home more.
right, right. You work hard. That was kind of the whole, the whole synopsis of the video. I want to work hard so that eventually I can be home more. Okay. So, anyways, in the course of the video, while I'm telling the story, and I kind of like pre-planned out everything I was gonna say. I go to the gym at like 4 a.m. and I come back, and then there's a video. Let's see, go get gas. Like I edit a video first thing in the morning to get a video out because, like I said, I was doing a video a day, and then I had to go out and get this listing ready to go because remember, like I said, I was still a real estate agent. So I got this, I got this listing ready to go, and then there was this car, one of the Turo cars. Like I went to do an oil change on it, and like the belt was shredded. Like I noticed that the serpentine belt was shredded while I was doing the oil change, and so then I had to go like across town to get a new belt for this thing, and then finish the oil change, and then wash the car. And it was just a stupid long day. So it was like, while I was telling this story of, finding the balance of working too much, it was like I spent the whole day working, right? So it was like kind of like the zinger. Anyways, I thought it was going to be better. It wasn't. But again, I'm still really proud of the video and how it came out. So that was basically the last kind of time I got into the last YouTube project I had. So now we're here. Okay. Welcome. You are a victim in the new YouTube project. So basically I'm back. Okay. I'm back, and it's going to be crazy again this time, like all the other times. Hopefully this video does not get demonetized or age restricted. I'll see you in the next one.